Okay. So introduce yourself.
My name's Arnett Wolf.
Okay. And what is your major?
I'm studying radiologic technology.
Rad.
Rad tech.
Good. Okay. And you took which classes with me?
A&P 1 and 2.
That's right. And you had Bio 100 with somebody else.
Yes, Mr. Hunt.
Okay. So, you know this is about integrative education. How did you feel, in hindsight, what were how did you see integrative education in the classes that I taught you?
There are a couple different projects you assigned. 3 in my particular classes, but I'm aware of some others that you did in some other classes. There was a photo project, a project called The Thin Man, and an e-portfolio project.
Okay, so in each case you were required to produce some sort of artifact or something.
Yes.
Okay. And so for the first project in Anatomy 210, it was one of the projects was to take a picture of a cell that we were histologically, and to relate it to something in nature or in your immediate world outside of the classroom, and to take a picture of that and relate them in both structure and function and then present it artistically. Okay, so what did you do for that?
Well, right away I knew that I wanted to use the osteon because of my chosen field that I was going to study. So I got in the lab and I took a whole bunch of pictures through the microscope and got home and started looking at them. And then the trick to it was finding another photo, like you said, that would give good form and function comparison. And so I did a lot of research trying to find what I wanted to use. I finally settled on a barnacle because the base, the barnacle, the way it lays down its base is almost identical to the formation of bone.
Okay. And so, so do you think that was a valuable thing? I mean, did it help you in your, in either your persistence in the class or for knowledge transfer?
I think so. It helped in a lot of ways. I'm thinking outside the box. I'm using the material that I've learned in class to formulate kind of a problem that I have to get over, and so I use that to further my education and really what's the word I'm looking for? And just get creative with it. You know,
Okay.
it was it was a fun project. It was kind of tough, but I enjoyed it.
Okay. All right. And do you remember anything from it now? I mean, 2 or 3 semesters later?
I do.
Okay.
You know, I know the form of the osteon, and I know quite a bit about barnacles, which
Good. That was nice.
that wasn't even taught in the
I know,
classroom.
it wasn't even
something
taught.
I picked up along
Okay.
the way because of the project.
Okay, good. Good. All right. And then another project in that class as well was to create a thin man for, the purpose of studying bone. And yours actually got quite a lot of accolades because you did a pencil drawing, and I'm going to show a picture of it here to the group. Did that help you?
Yeah, immensely. It was a big, long project. It took a long time to do, and so when you're working on something over a period of time like that, it really kind of repeats itself and drives home some points. So when I got into the program that I'm in, I was well ahead of most of the other people in there because I knew not only all the bones, but the majority of the markings on the bones, and it's something that obviously I need to know.
And so now in class, in your RAD classes, do you feel that you have to relearn that information? Or what are you doing? Or are you...
Some of it's different than the research that I did on my own. Some of it was wrong, or said it was wrong, but not a whole lot. When I'm sitting there taking an exam in that class now, and they ask about a particular bone, I can visualize that bone because I've drawn it in 2 different dimensions. I can see a 3D bone in my head, and so it helped a lot.
Okay. And then in a different class, you were assigned an e-portfolio to do that chronicled your learning throughout the whole course. So all the course objectives had to be represented in the e-portfolio. That could be an arduous task, just very labor intensive, very repetitive. And again, yours was really good. You connected with the material well and had a lot of advanced kind of technological stuff that you labored over. Has that helped at all as far as information in your classes, your RAD classes?
It has helped, but I would say not as much. I feel like that particular project, I didn't have the free reign over it that I had. There was a list of guidelines, a list of objectives that you had to meet. And so it kind of reined in my creativeness that helps me to learn.
Okay, right. Just
but, there were certain aspects of it that I was able to get creative with that did help me a lot. But a lot of it, I just struggled with reflection. I wanted to parrot back information, so that made it a little tricky for me.
Okay. Has it helped you in your recall of information at all in your RAD classes?
Definitely has. Just the other day we had a test on the kidney, and the one part of the e-portfolio where I kind of was able to express myself was on the nephron. And I was one of the only people that knew the material. We hadn't really covered it in class. It was something we were supposed to go over in the book on our own. And I knew it because I'd spent so much time working on this one particular slide of the e-portfolio for the kidney.
Okay. All right. Any other final comments?
I had a great time in your classes. I really I sing your praises all the time. It was really really interesting, and I'll never forget a lot of the stuff that I learned in your class. It really helped me out, and I feel like you're an excellent teacher, one of the best I've ever had. And part of it is because of these extra projects that we got to do. I just really had a great time with them.
Good. I'll pay you later.
Yeah. The bill's in the mail.
Yeah. Thanks, Arnett.
Thank you.